What a lovely year it's been. Radio pop has been top-notch as long as you ignore their refusal to play songs like Levitating or Beautiful Mistakes without implying their white-as-milk audience can't handle hearing the cleanest guest verses since Bogusville.
Check out our visitor center right off I-73. See, we were once a national capital of cheese.
I just want to reiterate, radio has been fantastic in 2021. Definitely a better average overall. Yesterday, Kiss FM had a set that went from this video's number 1 best to number 3 best to number 2 best to number 5 best. And usually I expect that to happen once every 365 days. It's weekly in 2021. It's a great year for pasty white guy music. With quality FM radio, that restricts the bad to way out of my comfort zone. Yeah, it's topped by an offensively bad radio staple, but tons of rap today. Oops, I'll try not to step on the toes of my commenters who assure everybody that 6ix9ine has never made one of my worst lists because I don't listen to rap, and not because we need to stop acknowledging that worthless moron's failures. But today, yeah, this will be the highest concentration of rap hits on a worst list. Are we 2020 good? Nah. Other than my best song being better than anything in the last 6 years, everything else is held to pretty good. I'm definitely not complaining. This isn't any kind of nightmare start like 15 or 16. Though not 2020. That one will be hard to top. No more of the past. Let's move forward. Starting with the top 10 worst songs of 2021 so far. Before I begin blowing through these, I just need to reiterate how little bad this year has had to offer. Although I'm sure the shit you hate will appear on the best list, as per usual. To me, the worst of straight pop has been risk-free, lame relevance chasing. Most Bieber garbage, especially Peaches. Hell, most Ariana songs too, like POV. Yawn. What I'm saying here is most songs are conceptual failings rather than sonic implosions. For example,
baby fucking like a porn star. We have real sex.
This list has been fun to make. My original number 8 turned out to be whatever. I took enough backlash for hating Savage as the straight white patriarchal archetype I am, apparently. What? I thought it sounded bad. 8 was along those same lines, but extra listens revealed it to be far too ignorable to deserve acknowledgement. Hell, if you guess it at the premiere, I'll give you a high five. That brought number 11 to the list. Golly, I dislike weird voices. Well, at least I thought I did. Giveon sounds like Kermit and a half-pitch down found a perfect human to lip-sync his songs. It's worth the laugh when I hear it, but it isn't that bad. So, the third and final alternate for this list? Yeah, I did only have 12 tentatives for this list. It's actually been a pretty good year so far. On me is the return to form of the inept god of 2018, Lil Ol' Baby. A man with no potential and no shot of ever being able to make a song even a little acceptable.
I've been saving more than I've been spending, that's what I be on.
Anyways, he's back, baby. His voice is horribly annoying. His rapping is blatantly standard. As I said, really not too much horrible shit this year. Nobody should waste their breath on this. And I don't plan to again.
Just the way God made you.
Blanco Brown's purpose as a producer absolutely perplexes me. Does he really believe this is what he should be doing with his career?
The little dimple on the side of his frown when you're laughing at him.
Is this what he wants to be doing?
Girl, I ain't never gonna try to change it.
It hasn't worked yet, including the first humiliating crap.
Grab your loved ones.
I went soft on this shit. It's so stiff and worthless. But it was successful, so now he's taking random new countryman to new heights. I have nothing to say about Parmesan. He seems like a fine guy. Judge him appropriately, country fans. I don't fucking know.
I love you just the way God made you, girl.
So he doesn't mind when you fart, girl. Good on him. He's not the problem. The problem is a man who sounds like he wishes he was able to produce a normal trap song, but instead can only produce barely popular genre-bending crap. I'm just gonna get right into it. Half of this song is a fucking voicemail.
So what? I feel kind of dumb.
This song would be really great if it didn't come to a grinding halt to listen to a girl be sad about being away from Rod, I guess. She doesn't specify. It could be at anybody. What it is not is music.
This message is getting long, so I should just say bye.
Yeah, you think, lady? Don't waste your time on this. Tombstone is the exact same song without a glorified time filler. That, or listen to it until you hear some random chick start talking. It's great up until that point.
Down on the bed, do the cry, baby. She ain't gave me none that puss in a while. She had the boy waiting out.
And that's just fucking lonely.
Not only does this song barely count as 2021, I've already given my thoughts on it. Like, the bottom of my barrel is already pretty clean.
But nobody to call. Maybe then you'd know me.
What do you think Mrs. Bieber thinks about all of this? He's chosen to spend his life with another human being, but has decided to only lay out his anguish for the general music listening public. That's fucking heartbreaking. Oh, Bieber, I couldn't care less about your pain. Like, can you put me in touch with your wife? Like, I want to send her an edible arrangement or something. I feel so fucking bad for her.
I'm so low.
And we didn't deserve that. The comical depiction of sadness doesn't track when it's this much of a joke. Do I really need to explain why I can't take this seriously? Then there's Benny Blanco. Is this really worthy of your name, dude? I don't think this guy has ever been worthy of any recognition. But this? Who fucking cares?
She used to meet me on the east side.
Oh, finally. This available soapbox. Eastside is the boring, pretentious anthem of the last half-decade. And while throwing Khalid and Halsey's robotic clones stepping in for their very busy celebrities under the bus as they deserve to be, Ben's boring as fuck production drug everything down, as it does here also. I don't have the consciousness to be sad. I'm asleep. So basically, it's just mellow yummy. No wonder it's so good. This is the 5th worst song of the year, and I am only basing that on the title. Like, come on, what the fuck is that? If you can make a less grammatically satisfying phrase than your mind's still, go ahead, make my day. But we don't have an American education system for nothing. And this dumbass doesn't have the excuse of English being a second language. American should be spoken properly. Fuck off, free Drake hit guy.
Up, ay, up.
What do you want me to say here? It's just this shit.
If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck.
When it's up, then it's up. Now it's up, 'cause it's up. If it's up, then it's up. And fucking etc. All I ask is that you fucking try. Just try. Also, nice ending.
Gotta play it safe, huh? No face, no case.
Alright, that's how abrupt this segment can be. Alright, hello. I'm here in my recording dungeon to provide a little bit of context to this entry that isn't accurate anymore. Right now I'm going to put the script on the screen. Here it is. Here's what I wrote about this. All of this doesn't work anymore. This context is a complete failure. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go from scratch. I'm going to just re-say what I thought. Number one, me including mainly Just a Baby is because that's the version that my hip-hop and R&B station played. That's why I went into that whole bit about how I thought the song was fine because DaBaby was on it. That's not the version of the song that ever gets represented anyway. The version that you most commonly know is the one that includes Spottum Gottum and Pooh Shiesty, both of which are fucking god-awful. This is basically just a very boring and simple entry that I will get into at the end of the year about how these guys are utterly the bottom of the barrel. I haven't looked it up. I assume that this is a TikTok song because there's no reason this should do anything but I bet that it was a TikTok song. It's not really even a describable bad. It's just horrible. It's completely amateur. I don't think I had anything else to say, so please enjoy me saying beatbox very silly, because that's the only part of this bit that I think's worthwhile keeping. Beatbox! The one thing that this has going for it is that it hasn't wasted any of my time. Remember how long I listened to it to rank it? 1 minute and 24 seconds. That is how long I was able to listen to this. I have never tried to listen to it again. That has not changed. I still believe that not even 2 minutes of listening to it in March has soured my opinion of it that badly. Meg's songs make me violently ill, and that will not change. I hate her voice, attitude, songs in general. So Body is no different. Which is a positive. It is disposable. I guess we'll just have to see how this take ages. Right now, fuck it. But it's not actively ruining my daily radio listening habits. Unlike... In the spirit of Capaldi, Tony, and every undeserving fool to fluke their way to the charts, Tate McRae is a new flavor of ma'am, step away from the microphone.
Maybe you don't like talking too much about yourself.
Aw, she thinks she has the poise and talent of Billie Eilish. Not even close, toots. What Billie can do, Tate couldn't even fathom. It's like she believes her sour and, forgive me for the most backhanded compliment I can muster, weird singing voice is supposed to invoke the same emotional impact.
Phone's been out for a couple months.
Oh, I'm sorry, were you listening to that? Because I don't even have a passing interest in listening to how fucking bad this kid sings.
And like me, I did.
Sounds like it was made by a pouty child who wasn't allowed to go to Chuck E. Cheese 2 weekends in a row. How dare they not? It's an utterly charmless performance. At least with Olivia's sloppy revenge anthem, she doesn't sound like shit.
What did you think would happen?
Maybe it's just a bad one-time thing?
Should we fed up with your bullshit?
And just like most objectively terrible singers, I question what the fuck the public could see to keep these completely flawed endeavors to continue. I'm sure in this case, it's something like Kiara's story. I bet some kind of advanced nepotism is the reason that such a bad vocalist gets to work with people like Khalid. What a joke. And to think that this is the worst song of 2021 so far. Damn it. I really wanted that god-awful Imagine Dragons song to be a hit. What a shame. Anyways, best list. Well, the worst list is pretty weak as what I just presented. It's exciting to get into the best list. Well, maybe if we were dealing with the greatness of 2020. This year has been the year of the calculated risk. Most songs have been good, full stop. 3 to 4 out of 5s, which sure beats the hell out of making me want to die, but it makes for an okay best list. For example. Almost, ladies. Great song, but I want to be wowed, damn it. And that's most 4s this year. I was pretty ashamed of this list too, until Good For You changed my life. So fuck it. I still want to talk about the list I made before that happened. So here's the top 10 best songs of 2021 so far that aren't good for you.
I need you to hold on.
What a lovely, lovely song. Not since a 2017 Calvin Harris have I been so delighted with a random production job. Great bass line, great feel, makes me happy to be alive. Would probably easily be top 3 if it wasn't a fucking Justin Bieber song.
You know you could call me if you need someone.
It's official. Justin Bieber is just a male Selena Gomez. He's at best a 4 out of 10 singer. Every song is just a new flavor of bad, and he can only do well if he's dragged kicking and screaming into a song way too good for his permanently post-pubescent voice.
I need you to hold on.
Even his part is so damn good, but it comes out of his non-interesting, lame duck of a singing voice. Is he the worst? Never. But that's just the problem, isn't it? He's so goddamn inoffensive that he gets to dominate the last 2 years? Fuck that. This entry is officially this. These are the names that matter. Show them some love.
You might think I'm crazy.
Not going to mince words. Horrible title.
30 for 35.
You want a sex innuendo? Try harder. Or don't try. Name the song 69 for all you don't care. Every line in the chorus sounds delightful. What the fuck is with the title?
Math class.
If they would have taken maybe a little bit more time to work on the title instead of forcing the absolutely terrible first title they came up with to work, then I wouldn't have wasted a third of my entry complaining about how shitty the title is. 3,435 is the counter-argument to Megan Thee Stallion. Yes, I know the irony with the remix's existence. As subjective as music, maybe you like your sex jams to Falcon Punch you in the dick. And as much as I love it when girls throw up on me during sex, I want to be invited to participate. Christ, we've already talked about that. What makes Bad Song Title great is its personal touches. Namely, the wedding quartet and Ariana's ad-libs. Not only do I feel invited, but the expectation is to believe I'm going to have a good evening.
I've been drinking coffee.
I miss a good all-nighter. Although this one doesn't sound like it'll have too much all of Season 1 of Breaking Bad and that elusive Pokey MMO bag on. No, that is not a sex pun. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is awkward. I'm moving on. No. God damn it, no. It's good. I can't even pretend it's not. Because it really is a refreshing song from Young Thug. Young Thug! He did it. He made this good. Right?
I've been overseas going crazy.
Ah, yes. The delightful autotune of YG. He's not fun. What do I care? I don't care. I like fun shit. Go Crazy is fun shit. Maybe it's just that little black and yellow xylophone. Or, I don't know. It's just Shameless. A Chris Brown song that knows what it is. We're potentially in a place where this kind of simple, vapid party music is refreshing. It's been enough time stuck. We're vaccinated. God damn it, America. It's time to be out there. God, I wrote this 2 months ago. And we needed Chris Brown to do it.
You know that a nigga like me can change your mind.
Piece of shit. Even there, some of those lyrics are shockingly memorable because they're just so stupid.
I can put you on a flight.
Sounds like he's sending us away. Mad at us for even questioning him for thinking he couldn't treat us right. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Moving on.
I'ma leave the door open.
Well, this is just the best song in 1972. Easy. Bruno's pulled off pastiches for years. Leave the Door Open is not homage. It's replication. And yeah, it's probably Bootsy Collins' literal work modernized, but still, this went to number 1. In 2021. You want precise details? You got it. The choir of suits, the winds to carry, and every kit fill. That's when I knew. I hadn't even heard the song yet, and I knew that exact triplet cadence was coming the first time. Exactly when I knew that this was 1972 at its finest. Fuck. I didn't even think I liked this kind of R&B until I heard this, and now I think it's my favorite. Yeah, I'm millennial trash! It's pretty much the detrimental thing about this song. It's the 70s 24 karat magic.
I'm sipping wine in a robe.
There is such a thing as being too familiar. He's not pushing the envelope here, just coloring it to his strengths. So it's pretty good, but these are some corny-ass ad-libs. The sheen is worn off when you're trying to take this supposedly classic song and try to Migos it. Training! The fuck was that?
Got my driver's license last week.
Yep, I do like this one too. What can I say? sincerity can go a long way. It's especially effective since I could care less about the actual drama in the song. You gotta remember, I'm 28. I don't give a fart about the guy that she dated on Disney sitcom number 527. Its rickety structure and many technical weaknesses just make it a more realistic and grounded tune. We don't have to roll our eyes as she tries some wish fulfillment revenge. Twice. Here She's Sad, which was the best choice from the album to start with. Although, that's giving her way too much credit, assuming that dead horse flogging excuse for an album was actually prepared beforehand. I would more likely believe that she made Driver's License than just made an entire album about it because she just wanted to keep writing that success. God, it's such a bad album. Kid's Driving Permit is this high because she sure is a grower. The greatest take I had upon its release was Indifference. But I don't know. The tragic rhythm continues to eat away at your emotions. It comes with the simplicity, and personally, as I've grown older with time, I've become more sentimental, and it does hit home. How does she do it? No, fucking seriously. How does she decide to tackle these massive, extremely specific topics like teachers taking advantage of minors?
She said you were a hero, you played the part.
Billy, write a song about the Israel-Palestine conflict. That song has to be a musical masterpiece. This is nearly as emptying as When the Party's Over, and that got me because I related. This I have absolutely no connection or experience with, and it drains me.
And how could you?
Like, fuck me. Let's move on. Cleanse my palate with some take nobody agrees with me on.
Left here without you.
I don't care. You think he's bad? I'm with you, dog. The kid is pretty weak.
I can't believe that.
I used to argue that the production for his songs were undeservingly produced too well.
Should I lie to your face like I always do?
The Kid Laroi is just a byproduct of 2021. Would he have been anywhere close to making last year's list? No. But for this year, he fits right in. Hey, if Olivia Rodrigo's consistent whining about a breakup gets to take over, then so does a kid frustrated with becoming a man. It's got that very energy of Sour, teeming with confusion and frustration, and better yet, believable. He is boy, and he is terrible.
Can't make a wife out of her.
And I enjoy every second. Yep, even that.
You cut out a piece of me.
Even when she cuts a pizza out of him. This boy's hilarious anguish I respect. Way more than Olivia's endless sad. Way more than realism and an inability to perform taking over the message. It's a goddamn pop song. It does exactly what it needed to, and that's not the finest praise. But again, 2021 is the mediocre good year.
You cut out a piece of me.
And here's some platitudes about a remix that had no reason to exist. No, it's not bad, but this song works being as short as it is. The pacing is blown with the extra miley, although she has always fit the vibe of an unpolished kid out of her performing depth, just like a certain Kid Laroi, but I prefer brevity in this case. Which is how this entry should be. Sorry, I shouldn't make y'all pissed at me. Almost like getting this video out on time.
You know my ex.
And screw this too, because it's just here by default. Come on, what a great flavor.
I swear to God.
Travis Barker Light, I fuck with that. I fuck with that horde. Do you know what I don't fuck with?
First off, I'm not sorry.
I hate that man. Basically as much as I used to hate the Cleveland Adopter. That 71 on his body is the road I take to work every day. So as the pop punk guy, he's cool. But this asshole?
But the past still revolves me.
Defensive, pissy, and self-absorbed as always. This person is filler. Anybody could do his job better, and if not, at least they'd be an interesting enough bad to warrant respect or analysis. Fuck this guy. What a great song. This video is late. Next entry, next entry, next entry, next... With songs like Save Your Tears, I wait to give that lyrical judgment until radio crushes me over the head with it. So my thoughts were reserved to it being a low-key, great song that slightly frays on repeat listens, but was still one of the best songs on After Hours. But eventually, repeat listens cause a more focused look at the little things.
I saw you dancing in a crowded room.
Oh my god. This is the saddest song since Billy Destroyed Me in 2019.
I don't know why I run away.
This man is despicable. The Weeknd is not rescuing this girl from sadness. He's subjecting her to another long standing of disappointment and broken promises. In Her Eyes made him a slasher villain. This has him as an actual destroyer of her time. It always sounds like a good idea, but it will always end the same way. Pain. This song is tragically relatable. Much like Beautiful Mistakes, yeah, sorry to disappoint, that song is good as well. I've been very in the shoes of Abel's air quotes protagonist here. All this song doesn't mention is what happens after the lovely instrumentation carries these two into the sunset.
I make you cry when I run away.
This relationship fails. It's a cycle that hopefully breaks. Two people continuing to engage to avoid loneliness. The lines blurring between pleasure and pain. A cacophony of confusing and misleading time. Even with a held-fast stance of not entertaining the idea of getting back together. Maybe it's all worth it. This is happening to a friend of mine. He lives in Canada. Basically, it's the third best sounding on the album, but the number one most relatable. For the wrong reasons. And yes, let's talk about its remix too.
I don't know why I run away.
It's K. Ariana is a good post-release remix artist. But that one is better than the original. This one works best as a case study of a dick with no repercussions. Just a despicable song.
We shouldn't say we're good.
You thought I was kidding?
I'm on an island.
Is that a new Dua Lipa song? Oh my god, that is the best song of the year. Nothing better. Keep your fucking love again. It's time for the new hotness.
Old and busted, new hotness.
As of that video, it really was my song of the year. Which is perfect, because nobody agreed with me with numbers this bad. We almost had another IDGAF situation, where a Dua Lipa song would have only qualified in my heart and not breached the top 40. Cool. No, like Tubular. Not one of the many songs on Future Nostalgia that's far better than Love Again. Sorry, I'm good.
I think it's pretty plain and simple. We gave it all we could.
Close to Save Your Tears, this hit a nice spot for me too, as I went through a similar experience to this in this year also. Works as great closure if you need it. It's been a while since Breaking Up has sounded so good.
When I'm meant to be.
LUSH Lush. What beautiful guitar work we have here. Hell, between this and number one, we brought the six string back to glory. Everywhere.
No need to.
Picking battles perfectly. Sparse is what the tough deed needed heed.
We're good.
Sold. Dua could not have been outplayed premise-wise. Once again, the goddess of strength, I believe every word. It's a shame she got completely outclassed by a kid in a production team.
I guess good for you.
Want to hear me talk about it? Here's a 28-minute video. There's actually 7.5 other videos from the last year you can watch too. More vids to come. Thanks, quackers. Oh god, yuck. Never naming you guys anything again.